World of Warcraft Dragonflight. I bet you're going to be looking forward to streaming that and playing that a little bit later. And also, somebody who's definitely going to be getting stuck into that is MrGM, who is a World of Warcraft Twitch streamer. How are you? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Good, not too bad. Thank you so much for joining us as well. But tell us a little bit about this expansion then. So what's kind of new in this latest expansion? What are we going to get that's a little bit different?
Yeah, so this one's obviously called Dragonflight, so we're going to be going to a place called the Dragon Isles, and there's going to be a bunch of dragons, weirdly enough. You've got like a couple, you got like four zones over there that you get to quest through, and obviously you get to the new level cap, which is 70, up from 60.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like a bunch of new features really with this expansion. It seems like a pretty good. I mean, I've played a lot of the alpha and beta testing of it, and it seems pretty awesome. So I'm really looking forward to jumping in on that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Is it kind of like, is it been missing a few parts you've been looking forward to playing the full game? Is it like kind of whet your appetite to get stuck into it?
Yeah, they encrypted a lot of the kind of like end story and a lot of the cutscenes and cinematics and things. So that's going to be like some of the best stuff that's going to come out when once it launches and you go through the zones and things like that. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm really, I don't know. It's obviously there's been like 8 WoW expansions or something like that, but this one in particular seems like pretty great, to be honest. I think it's just the theming and everything, like with the dragons and whatnot, is pretty cool.
Absolutely. And so for returning players, do you think they're going to be happy with this expansion? Do you think it's going to be just what everyone's kind of been hyped about so far?
Yeah, I think I mean any WoW expansion is always a great time for to come back to the game, but
Yeah.
I think this time around they've kind of learned from a lot of the mistakes of the previous expansions. So like there was a few things that people weren't overly happy with, and it seems like this time around they've been like, right, we're going to really kind of focus on feedback from players and kind of make what they want, essentially, like make a kind of perfect storm of things. So yeah, I think it's looking good, but maybe it's just like that, pre-expansion buzz, but I'm really got a good feeling about this.
Well, I think that's it. It's good they have started listening as well, because I think when you are a fan of the game and you want to play it and you want to see certain things, it's nice they are listening and thinking, you know what, okay, let's add that in, or let's kind of change this feature a little bit. And I think that's kind of cool. They are listening to the community a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the game's so old. Like, I think it's been going 18 years this year.
Wow.
And it just feels like a new beginning, I guess, of sorts. And there's been various videos and interviews come out that they're saying, right, this is kind of, the third era of WoW and WoW development, like the way that they're thinking and kind of going forward with that. So it's a really positive, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, so for people that might be like kind of new then to the game, do you think this would be a good place to start, or do you think they should start a little bit further back if they were to kind of try and jump on a little bit further down the line?
No, I think this is probably the best time. They've just kind of reinvented like the way that you, as a new player, come into the game. So you've got like a new area that you start in, then you go into one expansion, then you go into the newest expansion from there, and it's kind of a smooth transition. There's a lot of different kind of accessibility things for new players as well, in regards to like there's like a new player chat where you can talk to like veteran players and they can help you along your way with things like that, which is really cool. And yeah, so you just get like lots of like older players who are just like, yeah, and like people are like, oh, how do I do this? They're like, oh, well, you do it like this. So it's really nice to have that kind of stuff in there. And yeah, it seems like they've really kind of thought about how new players jump into the game and what it looks like for them. As for me, who's been playing it forever, it's just like another day in Azeroth, but for them it's like they kind of looked at it right it's a bit overwhelming for new players, so they've kind of stripped it back a little bit.
That's so nice, is it, that you kind of like help each other out as well, and you're kind of like, you kind of go, you know what, yeah, if you don't really understand that, I'll give you a hand and I'll let you know how to do it. I think that's really nice, because it makes it like, it builds the community even further then, doesn't it? Because it's nice to welcome new players into the zone, isn't it, and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, on my stream and stuff, we get new players all the time who are just like really confused or not really sure on certain things. And I think that's kind of one of the good things about this expansion, where there's not a ton of like really confusing and convoluted systems. It's very basics to kind of what WoW was like back in like 2005, for example. Like it's very much like kind of taken a lot from the classic re-release that we had couple of years ago, and they've looked into that and been like, right, well, this is obviously what players enjoy. So yeah, not too complicated, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, are your subscribers quite excited to watch you play as well? Have they been quite chomping at the bit to see you stream it?
Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, like we've been streaming the beta and alpha for months now, so we're just like, right, this is finally, that was kind of a rehearsal of sorts, and then we're finally going to get the the real version of it, because we've been, diving into that, and there's been all sorts of weird and wonderful bugs over the last couple of months. So finally, it's all kind of ironed out, and we're ready to check it out in its final form, I suppose.
That's it. Yeah, we love a good bugger, don't we? In the first games, it seems to be prominent in every sort of new game that comes out at the moment. But what would you like to see in sort of like future World of Warcraft games? I know this one's obviously just come out, so I know you played the beta, of course. But what would you like to see in sort of future games, do you think?
I guess just kind of sticking with what like, I don't want them to add like really, over complicated things to the game. Really, kind of keep it basics, keep it very like, I guess uniform in a sense of just, don't add too much to it to make it complicated. Because that's what players really didn't like before.
Yeah.
Where every patch they would add like more and more things to it, and it's just like, well, this is just so annoying and overwhelming that you have all these kind of systems here. So. Yeah, so I hope that, as I said, like from the interviews and stuff, they seem very much like this is kind of the development way we're going to do it now. So I'm hoping they just keep responding to feedback and not, making too many mistakes in regards to like, messing it up, I suppose.
That's it. That's exactly it. So I mean, like, so obviously that's the future of that for you. So where can we pick up the game? What platforms is it on? Is it just PC at the moment, or?
Yeah, so it's just PC. So yeah, it's always been PC. They've been adding actually a lot of controller support as well, which is really nice. Not to say that it's coming to consoles, but they are adding like kind of like default controller support for a lot of accessibility remotes as well, which is really nice for people that might not be able to use a mouse and keyboard as easily. So that's been really good that they've been doing that. So that's like an ongoing development thing that they're doing. But yeah, it's just on PC. And it's launches worldwide at the same time across all regions, which is nice. For some people, it launches at 11 p.m. for us, so it's like,
just gonna wait
late.
up.
Yeah, just gotta wait all day and then finally play it.
The excitement is
like Australia, it's like 8 a.m. or something. It's like amazing,
gosh.
but
I know all different types are going on there, like different time zones. It's mad, isn't it? Literally. Yeah. Oh well, Dan, thank you so much for coming on. It's been wicked to have you, and hopefully 11 p.m. comes around quick enough so you can give it a play. Hopefully soon.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Cheers. Thank you.